sharing my fear of tombs with you.
What was that?
Nothing.
Just leave me alone! Go away!
You don't need to be scared now. I'm not with them.
That doesn't mean you won't kill me. You just want this for yourself.
I'm a friend of Socrates.
You are? Prove it!
Socrates is one of the most frustrating people I've ever known. He just talks and talks and talks. And it feels like he asks questions just so he can continue talking and talking and talking.
What you call frustrating, I call brilliant. But it's clear you know him well.
Why were those men after you?
For some reason, they wanted these writings of Socrates's. Well, I wrote them, but it's all his words.
That seems like a strange thing to want.
One of them had a big mouth. He mentioned something about the priest at the sanctuary of Athena Pronea. He said this was the final thing they needed to get rid of Socrates.
I've always been curious. What does Socrates teach you?
So much. Follow him around for an entire day and you won't be able to sleep. Your mind will be so aflutter with thoughts.
I'm not sure I'd last a whole day with him. What drew you to Socrates?
I've never met a man like him and I don't think I ever will again. Every day with him is one worth waking up for.
I'll take care of the priests.
Thank you. And, well, please, give this to Socrates. It hurts me to say this after all I've learned from him, but I have a family. I can't risk being caught up in whatever this is.
So you're going to stop being his student?
It feels I have no choice. Maybe one day that will change.
I'll be sure to give him the writings.
Thank you. Make sure he stays safe. The world will be a worse place without him in it.
That student gave me an idea. Xanthippe said there was a symposium. Maybe I can convince the others who were there to help Socrates. I'm not sure why the priests want Socrates gone, but I need to take care of them. I need to talk to them. Maybe I can convince them to stand up for Socrates at the trial.
Do not students take what they learn from their teachers? What then if the teacher is wrong? Does that not simply perpetuate these wrong teachings amongst future generations?
You assume the students aren't wise enough to understand the flaws of the teacher. Think of those who came before us. First Thales, then his student Anaximandros, and then Anaximenes. Without the teachings of those before him, it's safe to say Anaximenes would not have reached the conclusions he did.
I don't think that's true at all. Oh, perhaps this new phase can offer a different perspective.
A student gets to take all the knowledge of their teacher without needing to come up with answers themselves. If they're smart, they should surpass those they studied under.
An astute observation. The time saved by receiving the knowledge allows the student not only to expand on the ideas, but to come up with more of their own. But what if the student expands on ideas without first seeking the truth behind them?
If we listen to others and take what they say as fact, we have only ourselves to blame.
So, no matter who is speaking, student or teacher, we must spend time trying to understand if what they say is even true.
Your appearance betrays you, Mystios. Clearly, you've taken on a teacher of your own.
Something like that. He's the reason I'm here. Socrates needs your help.
Socrates? Ha! If it's another debate you want, it will be hard for us to decide who hates that man more. Why would we help him?
It doesn't matter if he's your worst enemy. If they're willing to imprison someone like Socrates only for his words, what's to say they won't do the same to you?
So, you want us to help out of fear of being imprisoned ourselves?
I don't care why you help. If I hadn't said his name, would you think it was right Socrates was locked up?
If it's as you say, and it was for his words, then no.
And aren't you afraid it could happen to you, too?
Of course. If we can't speak our minds, what else are we to do?
If you believe that, then you should help.
Fine, fine. You've made your point, and you've made it well. Socrates deserves our help, but we don't give it lightly.
That makes it worth even more.
We'll be on our way then. We'll gather some others as well. Make sure our voices are heard. Believe it or not, we're pretty good at causing a scene.
If you're like Socrates, that's not hard to believe.
Wow, I've never seen someone convince them so easily before.
Is that so? I guess I should feel proud. I'm surprised to see a child here.
Is there an age at which it would suddenly be okay to debate with them? What then of the night before I turned that age? Should we be prevented from doing what we wish due to the world's view of us?
I can't even have a normal conversation with a child.
Normal is no fun. Look around. Everyone here wants the same thing.
Headaches?
Debate!
You're the first kid I've met who'd rather debate than play.
Don't tell the others, but I'm envious that you're a student of Socrates. I hope one day to be as well.
You're on the right path. What's your name?
Aristocles. Although I've never liked that name much.
It does sound like countless others I've heard around Athens. Why not choose another?
I can do that? Huh. My brother always had a problem saying my name, so he called me Plato instead. Perhaps I'll use that.
I like it.
Thank you. Well, I better hurry after the others. Here.
γίνει σε αυτόν. Αληθώς του το συνέβη.
Yes, everyone's talking about it. Get your head out of it.
This area will be well defended.
Here's where you die!
Once we have the battle.
If they don't choose to kill him right then and there, it would at least discredit him.
Those priests must be the ones who hired the thugs and want to get rid of Socrates.
Get it out! You're not allowed here. Walk
Once we have
away.
the papyrus, we simply refuse. But if they don't choose to kill him right then and there,
Προχώρη! Γίνει!
Those priests must be the ones who hired the thugs and want to get rid of Socrates.
Τι το τούτο! Πάγομαι.
Although the priests are dead, they won't be able to testify against Socrates. I should return to Socrates before the trial starts. Socrates, you're here.
I am.
What happened? The trial couldn't have taken place that quickly.
Had I been given the chance to defend myself, it would have been quick indeed. But unfortunately for me, I was let free before I could.
That's good news.
Apparently, those who had charges to bring against me were found dead. And evidence they claimed to have went missing.
It sounds like someone was looking out for you.
There were also some people protesting my arrest, I was told. I have to ask, did you have something to do with this?
Do you really need to ask?
No, but you still deserve the chance to answer.
Did you have time to find an answer for the Pythia's words?
I thought it would have taken much longer than it did, but the moment I stopped thinking about it, it came to me like a flash of Zeus's lightning.
So, do you agree with Pythia or not?
The gods cannot lie. Yet, I know that I know nothing. I had to understand what it meant for one who knows nothing to be called wise. I realize that though the Pythia said my name, she did not mean me.
Who did she mean then?
That is not an answer I'd yet like to voice. It's one that people may not want to hear, and I must think on how I wish to share my new beliefs with Athens.
Whatever it is, be careful. I don't want to find you've been arrested again. We should get you home. I'm sure you'll be more comfortable there.
In some ways, that will be true. In others, well, Xanthippe will decide that. Being free feels good, but I don't believe Xanthippe will be happy with me.
She has a good reason to be mad this time.
We argue often about how I need to be careful with what I say and what I say. This will only give her more cause to bring it up.
That doesn't sound very fun.
Oh, you misunderstand. I love it.
You do?
People see Xanthippe and believe it is her beauty that drew me to her. But it is her argumentative spirit I lust for.
Nobody ever likes that about me.
Having my opinions and thoughts challenged helps me to refine them and to grow as a person.
And she likes these arguments?
Oh, I doubt it. But it is in those fiery moments that her spirit is strongest, like an untamed horse.
Don't call her a horse to her face.
I'm afraid your advice is a bit too late.
Get somewhere safe, Socrates.
Hope you have the coins for Charon.
Do you know how to die?
Why, Zeus, stop!
Can't you do any better? I'll serve your hand.
I wonder what that was about.
The things I do? Sometimes hard to know.
Let's hurry back before anything else happens.
άφησες με την σκηνή.
Σωτήραν κοινά αναμένω.
Copies or Kofinos? What do you need?
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Zeus's balls! Do you know what this is?
Broken?
It's adamantine. This stuff is priceless. And I don't mind telling you, I'm the one man in the islands who knows how to properly work it. I'll need more adamantine to fix it, though. A lot more.
Will this help? The metal looks similar.
What the? Where in Hades are you getting this stuff? No, I don't want to know.
Is this enough to repair the sword?
I wish I could say yes, but then I'd be lying. Bring me more, and I'll make you a sword fit for a god. You're back. Oh, you got it, didn't you? I can smell adamantine, and you smell good.
Is this enough to repair the sword?
I wish I could say yes, but then I'd be lying. Bring me more, and I'll make you a sword fit for a god. You're back. Oh, you got it, didn't you? I can smell adamantine, and you smell good.
Is this enough to repair the sword?
I wish I could say yes, but then I'd be lying. Bring me more, and I'll make you a sword fit for a god.
This imprint was had at the cultists' meeting. Was it forged in this place? He looked prisoners. A Morgus wouldn't like it if I freed them.
You will kneel to Sparta! Go!
prisoners mentioned in the letter.
Help!
I should free them. Antidis? Is that you?
Yes, thank the gods. Wait, Cassandra? No! Why did it have to be you again? Go away. Help! Someone else! Help! Help! No! No, no, no! I owe you enough, Cassandra! Why'd you have to do this again?
How will I ever
Keep your voice
say
down.
I
The
owe
guards
my
will hear
life?
you.
Who the fuck are you? Get away from the
Malaga!
Give me your purse and I'll let you live.
Don't push your luck!
I have the armor. Get it out! Somebody help! Get it out! Prepare to die!
Antidis, my proud friend. What's happened to you this time?
The gods are not fair to Aeantiris. I spent my wealth on my gifts to you. I don't complain, that was fair. Then someone told me I could make a fortune in Messinia. But those Malakas sold me for a fortune instead. I am a slave here, and now you show up. How is that fair?
This isn't my fault. It's your pride that did this.
Yes, I, Aeantiris, am proud, and I will never be indebted to anyone. But now you save me again? Why do you keep doing this to me?
I could hardly leave you to rot in that cage, Antidis.
You just can't leave me out of your heroic deeds, can you? Now what can I do? I have nothing, Cassandra. Nothing.
Antidis, the Greeks are indebted to the gods, aren't they?
Of course we are. We can never repay their gifts to us. I am proud, Cassandra, but not that proud.
I am the messenger of Zeus. I'm basically a god.
What? This is worse. How can I ever repay my debt to you?
As a god, I can forgive your debt, can I not?
Yes, I suppose you can.
You owe me nothing. I release you from your debt. If you really want to do something for me, go home and stay there.
Again? You can't avoid being heroic, can you? But you're a god. It makes sense now. I will do as you desire. I, Aeantiris the Proud, will pay the messenger of Zeus's forgiveness forward to others. But before I go, here, one last gift.
Malaga, another treasure hunt?
The final one. I found something that might be useful to you. I went to great lengths to get it. It was before I knew you were a god.
All right. Thank you, Antidis. Go away now. I command it.
Πάμε τούτο, πάρα αυτά. Τι τάχιστα απελθύνμε.